will start with a story, and the rest will be my poetry. And this is a true story, and there's actually more than one true story in this story. Okay, all that remains. For those that don't know the 17th century story, true story, which became a famous opera in Iceland, the Bishop of Skáholt, Brynjolfur Sveinsson, was a man of strong will. And when a rumor of the love affair between his daughter and her teacher reached him, he demanded that his daughter should swear a public oath that she was untouched by all men. And this was done in order to save her honor and her marriage opportunities. But Ragnhildur had just as strong will as her father did. And after the public humiliation, she went to her lover that same night to consummate their love. 9 months later, at the farm of her aunt, she gave birth to their child. And the fury of her father knew no bounds. He ordered her back to Skáholt, where she now had to undergo an even worse public ceremony. Absolution for her sins. She never again saw her child or her lover. And 1 year later, she died. Ragnhildur died of a broken heart, all because of religion. This story resonates with me as my grandfather from Reggio di Calabria, Italy, a powerful man in his village, could you figure it out? Ordered my father not to marry the woman that he had an illicit love affair with, because custom ruled that daughters were to be married first, and the firstborn son was to be married last. Unbeknownst was the fact that she was pregnant. And to save her honor, my father had to give up the woman that he loved and his future child by asking a saintly man in the village to marry her. Being raised in a Calabrese household, dancing to the Calabrese tarantella as a child, it quickly became a passion for me and an artistic expression for my ardent fire to dance. My father was so proud of me that he would proudly pick me up, put me on the church's basement stage and show off his little girl, dancing to the delight of the parish's congregation. This socially approved outlet was accepted for women whose self-expression and emotional expression is often muted by local customs. However, it is not accepted for a good Calabrian woman to become a dancer. Dancing was for whores. When I became a teenager, my father demanded me to stop dancing in order to save my honor and marriage opportunities. Just like Brynjolfur Sveinsson. Strong-willed as he was, I defied my father's authority and danced behind his back. My siblings were then forced to tell my father that night where I was. And when I came home, dancing to the beat, became beatings because of dancing. And this was done in front of the whole family. Humiliated and hurt to the core of my being. My father was the first man who broke my heart. All because of religion. The music stopped. The dancing stopped. A vacuum of silence filled the house with severe restriction of any self-expression. I just wanted to die. All for the sake of honoring marriage opportunities. My human right to be an artist, to be who I was, and do what I wanted was aborted. This is when I started to write poetry. Filled with sadness, I would hide and pour all my sorrow in words. This was my soul's secret sanctity. I didn't tell anyone for fear that my father would take that away from me too. Words became my lifeline. The fear of being found out was so strong that I would swallow the poems that I wrote on paper. That's my story. You can clap now.